Hello, I'm a new vlogger, and today we're going to talk about love because love is on my mind because I'm a single lady. Just a old leftover Chinese woman. Leftover woman. You guys hear about that in China? Anyways, so what do I think about marriage? I think that if you're lucky to be in a committed marriage with someone who you love and who you have a healthy relationship with, you are a winner. I think that there is nothing more beautiful than having someone who loves you and supports you in your life. I think there's nothing more beautiful than being with someone who knows you like the back of their hand. So I would say that there is no more precious privilege in the world than to be loved, because love is not guaranteed. It's not something we necessarily deserve, and it's not something you can necessarily earn. In some ways, love is random. It's luck. It's the most precious resource, because you can be very wildly successful, have tons of money, and you still not be loved. Love. Yeah, you can have a trophy wife in your house, and you can get someone to, but like to be loved, and not to have some like sugar baby waiting for you to die. That's precious. So so what do I think about marriage? Like it's the ultimate precious privilege of life, and I can't hope I experience something like that. I definitely hope am lucky enough to experience to be with the person I love for the rest of my life. But we live in a world where uh, we have terms like toxic masculinity and feminism, which have sort of created this weird breakdown in relationships. And instead of men like respecting women more, uh, it, they I don't know, like it's like caused men to think like they don't have any more like responsibilities. Like it's like it was kind of like traditionally, like they put women, pigeonhole women into the role of uh, sex slave, clean the house and kitchen, and rear the children, and I'll go out into the world and bring y'all back some food if you're a man, right? And then when I come back, you know, you know, just D my and suck it, and like and that was the system. And But now women are like, look, me too, and and you watch the baby sometimes, and you do the dishes sometimes, and I got my own money, right? Which, and instead of like it causing men to like work harder for women or to show them more respect and appreciation, seem to push them in the opposite direction, where now they're like they don't take any responsibility for the relationship. Like men don't seem to think they even have to know you or court you or treat you right to get their, which is ridiculous. It's like, what do you have to offer me? Like you're not smarter than me. You don't make more money than me. So the only thing you have to offer me, like they think they have to offer me that good that good, but it's not that good. That's the one thing guys don't get. It's not that good, right? And like, so men date for sex, but women, like most women, even the ones that really like to get it, most women are still dating to build a life. Like because they're wired that way. Because men can just pop out their seeds. If they wanted to, they could get like 100 girls pregnant in a day, more if they're really ambitious. And women, they can't. They can get pregnant once for 9 months. So women are wired for long term, and men, I don't know what they're wired for, to just with anyone. So like that, like men are not necessarily that interested in marriage. They're interested in sex, and women are interested in marriage, right? But there's two different processes for getting sex in marriage. Women think it's the same, but men don't, or men don't care, or I don't know what men think about. I'm not a man, but I think like I've just heard too many men who like really believe that I should be sleeping with them because like I met them off of a dating site, or because they bought me a $5 dinner, or just because I said hi to them. I've met too many men who think all it takes for me to jump into bed with them is to say hi. Like, no, like I require more courtship than that. and also like I need to know you're intelligent. I need to know our goals and ambitions are aligned. Like I need to know you care about me, and I really hate when men are like, oh, I love you, baby, I love you. It's like, dude, do you even know my name? Like honestly, we've known each other for 24 hours. Do you know my name? Tell me you love me. And like I hate that. Like because to me it's like it's very disrespectful to tell a woman you love her that and you just met her because like you don't. And like it shows like right off the bat this guy's a fucking liar. Like so like I feel like you can say you like me, that I'm cute, that you want to get to know me, but don't like tell me the most sacred words when you just met me, don't even know me, don't even know what I'm about, you know. Like and you know like and it's especially nauseating when a guy tells me he loves me and like I'm really not vibing him because it's like okay, well you make me want to throw up, so like this isn't gonna work out. Like okay, so like what do I think about relationships? I think that uh guys have really started acting like jerks and pussies. I can only judge off of my own generation, but like just because a woman got her own money doesn't mean you shouldn't still be a gentleman and pay for dinner. Just because you can swipe left on Twitter and find 100 new girls doesn't mean you shouldn't take the woman who's sitting right in front of you seriously and be patient and take the time to court her. Just because she got her own money doesn't mean you shouldn't show up on a first date with flowers and be a gentleman. Just because women want equality doesn't mean you shouldn't open a door. Like men seem to think like chivalry is dead, that like feminism means chivalry is dead. That is not what feminism means. Feminism does not mean chivalry is dead. If anything, now because women are learning to respect themselves, you should learn to respect women even more and step up your chivalry game. Like the reason I am single is because where are all the gentlemen at? Well, I guess they're in jail. Nah, gentlemen aren't in jail. No, that's not true. Nelson Mandela was in jail for 27 years, and he certainly was a gentleman. So I take back that statement. Anyways, bad joke. You know, you got to be really careful what you say in the 21st century, especially when you're the one recording what you say. Anyways, so like chivalry's not dead. Like I want a little courtship. I want a little romance. Like I want some tender talk. Like you know, I want you to take the time to get to know my heart and my mind. And I don't want to drink with you on a first date. I don't, because that makes me feel like I'm in a predatorial situation where you're trying to get me drunk so you can take advantage of me sexually. And like you shouldn't be that guy that like, oh hey baby, you want to drink? Because in the back of my mind I'm just waiting for you to get drunk so I can take off your pants. Like I know there's a lot of you dudes out there with that thought. Like that's your thought process. Like let's go out for drinks, and in your head you're like, I'm gonna get you drunk, and when you're drunk I'm gonna take you back to my apartment, and that's where the gray area of date rape comes in. Like do you know that that's where the metoo comes in? That's where the confusion, where you're like, I thought we were having fun. She's like, you raped me, and you're like, I thought we were having fun, you raped me. Like you don't need to take a girl to drink on a first date. And usually women cannot handle alcohol at the same rate as men, and so but usually men will pressure women to drink at the same rate as men, and also men, because they have less body fat than women, burn off the alcohol quicker, you know. So like a man might burn off 2 drinks in 2 hours, whereas a woman, it might take her 8 hours to burn off 2 drinks. So like if you're drinking 4 drinks over the course of 4 hours, then the man might have already sobered up where the woman is very, very drunk. And that's unfair. And men know this too, and they take advantage of it. And that's where you get into the I thought we were having fun, baby. No, you raped me, baby. That's where you get into that area. So no, your first date, and I know a lot of you guys think this, your first date shouldn't be, let's go to a bar so I can get you drunk and then take advantage of. No, like be a gentleman. Like take her to a park on a walk, like in the daytime. Like also, what happened to daytime dates? Like, you know, honestly, first dates should probably be like an afternoon date. You probably should go on a walk in the park, and okay, like so you don't necessarily want to shell out for $100, like a $20 to $100 dinner with some girl you met off Tinder. Okay, I get that, guys. I get that, because you got bills, and it's hard for you to be independent men too. I get it. So then you can do a daytime date where you can take them on a walk in the park. Or everyone knows about the coffee dates. Coffee dates are classic, right? So you can do the coffee date where you pay like $1.50, and then you still get to be a gentleman because you get to pick up their coffee tab, right? So like there's now we're talking about dating. We talked about a lot in this video, but I'm done talking. So to summarize, I think love is a precious privilege that you don't deserve. And to summarize, I think a lot of guys have stepped down their game because women have stepped up their game. And so they've stepped down their game. So a lot of people aren't getting married anymore because men aren't what they used to be. Okay? Like, like they're not, they just decided to negate their responsibilities and their sense of chivalry and romance because women have decided to earn their own money and to take care of themselves, which makes no sense. Of course, women should have economic freedom. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be a gentleman who courts them, pulls out their chair, offers them their coat, protects them, and yes, pays for dinner. My name is Leona Moore Brave, reminding you that chivalry really shouldn't be dead just because it's the 21st century and women want social and economic equality. Buy me some flowers if you want me to. Out.